Hey, what's up guys? Brandon here, Legacy Group Real Estate Team. We have your Genesee County March update. I know you guys, some of you have been following us for a few years now. We've been doing these market updates, doing kind of adding a county, it seems, almost every couple months and growing it and expanding it. And now we're doing most of Metro Detroit, all the counties in the area. That way you can get an in-depth look at what's going on in your area, or maybe someone you know, someone needs help, and can make better decisions for you and your family regarding probably most people's biggest investment or asset or liability, depending on how you look at it and what your vocabulary is. And that's my Robert Kiyosaki coming out of me right there. But let's jump right into it. Let's get into it here. And if you guys have any other counties you want to see, look at the feed here, the timeline on our Facebook page. If you're on YouTube, there's a playlist with the market updates. You can see everything there. Let's jump right into it. Days on market. You're going to see a common theme here over the last couple years of what's been going on. Straight seller's market. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's nothing. I can't hide it. So I'm cutting right to the chase. It's a seller's market. And again, these numbers have been bearing themselves out every month after month, year after year here. Days on market, 85, 67, 57, just stark contrast every single year. And again, this is March 16, March 17, March 18. And we go in arrears, we go backward to see, because once a month is over, then we have all the data and we go look back and see what's going on. So active homes in the market, again, huge decreases, basically in half over the last 2 years, active homes in the market. So in March 2016, there were 1,700 active homes. This past March, there's only 964. So when you're sitting there wondering what's going on, why your agent isn't doing their job and finding you homes or whatever it may be, it's just a supply and demand thing. You know, we have these numbers here, we go through them every single month, we go through the inventory, we go through everything, and it's just one of those things that the buyers have to look at the silver lining, which is all-time low interest rates, which are steadily climbing just a tad, a little bit, ticking up a little bit. And I guess another story for another day. Those are for our macro insiders report videos, because we go in depth there and talk about global economy, interest rates, the Federal Reserve, gold and silver, investing, all these different things that I personally love and that our whole team really loves, but it's really my true area of study that I've been studying for 10 years now, and doing myself and investing in different asset classes and seeing them firsthand, what they can do for you. And I want to bring that to all of you. So again, this is the numbers bearing itself out, and you're going to see this. You've been seeing this if you go back, like I said, for months and months. You're going to see a lot of the same type of patterns. This is why we go back 2 years. This is why we have all this data now. That way we can go back and show you what exactly is going on. Months of inventory, 432. So what this is, the rate that homes are selling, if no new homes come in the market, how long will it take to sell every last home of those homes that are currently on the market? So 6 months, about 6 months is a balanced market between buyer and seller market. So you can see here, we're in a severe seller's market right now. And in the Great Recession, we had 10, 12, 15, 20 months of inventory in some places, in some areas. And that was really a steep buyer's market. And now, again, we have a steep seller's market because there's such low inventory. People are leaving the market, honestly, because it's frustrating for buyers right now. So, because there's just such low inventory, people are fighting over homes. New homes coming on the market, 732, 703, 618. So again, a decrease in new homes coming on the market. Price per square foot has gone up significantly every single year. In March or the last couple of years, some of these numbers don't always pan out. Like in Macomb County, for instance, in March, this number actually went way up. It was way up, and then it went down a bit, and then it went up a tiny bit, but it still wasn't as big as this number, which for most counties, the numbers play out for the most part, but you're going to have some abnormalities here and there because the sample size of homes are getting so low now. There's not a ton of data to aggregate actually and get together. I mean, there is, but in the general sense, when you compare to a couple years ago, you're going to get a lot better cross-section of what's going on. So this is the last category sold, is kind of a buyer category. Actually, it kind of tells you how many buyers are out there, and the buyer pool doesn't shift too much unless there's a Great Recession or something catastrophic happening. And this, again, you're around 500 a year or 500 a month here, and then down to 386. So the buyer pool shrank a little bit. There's obviously not as many homes in the market. and really, honestly, in my professional opinion, I think that's because people are leaving the market, to be totally honest with you. There's some uncertainty in the markets, obviously, right now, political, geopolitical things going on right now, interest rates climbing a little bit, but I really think that a lot of this has to do in just personal experience, seeing this, talking to other agents, our team, seeing what's going on, is from people leaving the market. And again, there's not a lot of homes in the market, so people are leaving the market because they're frustrated. So I hope this gives you guys a good inside look as to what's going on in your area, or maybe someone that you could help, or tag it, share it, send it to them, whatever, tag them in here, and that way they can get the same info you guys are getting, because I truly believe that numbers tell a story. Robert Kiyosaki, his rich dad, always said that numbers told a story. When you can look at your financial statement, you can look at a business's financial statement, you can tell where the money is going. The numbers tell a story, and they tell what's wrong or they tell what's right with that entity. So hopefully you guys can see these entities, these counties that we're going through, and see where things are going right, where they're going wrong, and they tell a story. They just tell you what's going on. If you're, and again, I get flack from people because we're telling the truth. This is what's going on. There's very few people, I've seen very few people in the entire country doing this and helping people, because real estate is obviously, it's a sales profession, but I truly feel that if I can help other people and make the right decision, things will come back tenfold. So we're going to both benefit from this, and this is why we do this. This is exactly why, because I don't care. It might mess up a couple sales for our team, and people might not act right now. Who cares? I don't care. I mean, I want people to do the right thing, have the right numbers, have the right information, because that's not what's going on in a lot of areas in life right now. So there's, again, another story for another day, but I want you to have the right information. I want you to have the right things. That way you can make the right decisions for you. So I appreciate your time and energy more than anything, because it is the most important thing we have. So I appreciate you guys a ton, and we'll see you soon.